Part 2. My husband became misogynistic 3 months after the wedding. So I'm buzzing. Like, actually happy for once. I walk through the door, still in my scrubs, and tell him the news. I got promoted. Charge nurse. Big raise. I'm expecting. I don't know. A congrats, the hug. Maybe a hell yeah. This man looks at me like I just told him I'd joined a cult. First thing out of his mouth. So, who's gonna cook now? I swear my soul left my body and hovered near the ceiling. I tell him the raise is decent, which means we won't be constantly scraping by anymore. Instead of being relieved, he frowns and goes, "Yeah, but your hours are already a lot. You're barely home as it is, mind you." This is the same guy who hasn't cooked a single meal unless it involved a microwave. Then he hits me with the real kicker. Honestly, I don't think you should take it. I laugh again because apparently laughter is my coping mechanism. Why wouldn't I? He shrugs, real casual. I just don't want my wife making more money than me. It's disrespectful. Disrespectful. From the man who hadn't paid rent in months. I told him straight up, this promotion could finally give us some breathing room. Maybe we could save. Maybe I wouldn't be stressed all the time. He snaps back with, well, maybe if you didn't waste money on yourself, we wouldn't need it. I was stunned. Genuinely stunned. The only thing I wasted money on was gas to get to work and coffee to stay awake during night shifts. Then he starts spiraling, talking about how his mates will think he's less of a man, how it'll look bad if his wife is the breadwinner, how he needs to be the provider who borrows $20 from me. I told him I was taking the promotion whether he liked it or not. That's when he dropped the bomb. If you take that job, he said, don't expect me to help around the house. That's still your responsibility. Something in me just clicked off. I went to bed that night wide awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying every red flag I'd ignored. The couch orders, the money leeching, the entitlement, the audacity. I realized I wasn't married to a partner. I was married to a dependent with opinions. And once that thought settled in, I started planning my exit. Part 3. My husband became misogynistic 3 months after the wedding. So the next morning, I woke up calm. Like, scary calm. That's how you know it's over. I didn't argue. Didn't yell. Didn't explain myself. I just moved through the day like I'd already checked out because I had. On my break at the hospital, I called HR and officially accepted the charge nurse position. Signed the paperwork. Locked it in. Extra pay, better benefits, the whole deal. I felt £10 lighter. Then I called my sister and asked if her couch was still available. She said, say less. That night, I came home and my husband was exactly where I left him on the couch. Controller in hand, energy drink on the table. No dinner made. No dishes done. Living room looked like a frat house after a failed intervention. He looks up and goes, "What's for dinner?" I smiled, sweet, dangerous. Whatever you make for yourself. Then I handed him an envelope. Inside, a breakdown of our finances, a list of everything I paid for, a notice that I was removing my money from the joint account, and divorce papers. He laughed, actually laughed. You're joking. I wasn't. He flipped fast, went from smug to panicked in about 30 seconds. Started talking about how marriage is about compromise, how I was overreacting, how we could talk it out. Funny how he found his communication skills once the ATM threatened to walk out. I told him I wasn't his wife, I was his wallet, his maid, and his mum all rolled into one. And I was done playing that role. He tried guilt, tried anger, tried the whole no one else will put up with you line. Mate, I already wasn't putting up with him. I packed a bag, grabbed my documents, and left him sitting there in his wrinkled gas station uniform with no one tying it. A week later, reality hit him like a truck. No groceries, no internet, car insurance overdue, rent looming. He texted me asking if I could help out one last time. I blocked him. Now, I'm in my new place. New job, bigger paychecks, peaceful nights, no mess, no whining. No grown man expecting dinner like it's a birthright. Turns out the promotion wasn't just at work. It was in life. Lesson learned. Never marry potential. Never dim your light for someone who's comfortable living in your shadow. And if a man wants a trad wife, he better come with trad husband money. Last update, my husband became misogynistic 3 months after the wedding. A year later, life looks unreal in the best way. I'm still a charge nurse. Now on a unit I actually love. The pay bump meant I paid off my credit cards, built an emergency fund, and booked my first real holiday. No guilt, no budgeting apps screaming at me. Just me, sunshine, and a phone on Do Not Disturb. I moved into my own place. It's clean because I like it clean, not because I'm cleaning up after a grown man. No pizza boxes, no sticky floors, no random mates on my couch at midnight. I got my laugh back. Didn't realize I'd lost it until it came back. Friends say I look lighter, like someone who finally unclenched their jaw after months of stress. Turns out peace does wonders for your skin. As for him, last I heard, he had to move back in with his mum, who now expects him to iron his own shirts. Tragic, absolutely tragic. The best part though, I started dating again, but this time with standards. The bar is no longer in hell. The man I'm seeing now cooks, cleans, and cheers me on when I pick up extra shifts or go after opportunities. He doesn't compete with my success, he celebrates it. Sometimes late at night, I think about the girl I was when I got married. The one who thought love meant tolerating disrespect. I wish I could tell her, "You're not difficult, you're not demanding, you're just done settling." But I don't need to go back and tell her because I lived it forward instead. I didn't lose a husband, I lost dead weight, and I gained a life that finally feels like mine. Thank you for watching. The end. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you love this story.